And then if you had to look back on all of the episodes, there's about 119 episodes. Which was your most memorable one that stood out to you more? If any,
Oh
if you
my
can choose a
God.
one.
I mean, I had so many amazing memories on that show.
Yeah.
I did so many amazing things. I directed, I produced, I did all the sword fights, I worked on the scripts, I had great actors with me. I had so many things, so many memories for different reasons. I mean, going up to something wicked where he became evil was so much fun to play, because it's different than a regular hero type of thing. The one where I fought on top of the Eiffel Tower and did a tango on the Eiffel Tower itself is very memorable, just because I was on the Eiffel Tower. Nothing to do with the show.
Yeah.
There are different reasons why the show was, and for me also was Homeland was another one, because that was really his roots, and it's the first one I directed, and I really started to understand what a director he was. So there are different episodes for different reasons that immediately come to mind. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Speaking about Homeland, that's the one with the claymore, right? Where it's the Scottish heritage sword, and that's your dad's sword and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Beautiful sword, by the way. Did you manage to keep that by any chance?
Well, the funny thing is, no, but I actually, about a few years ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, somebody donated some stuff to the Peace Fund, which is the charity that I've run since 1997. And it was this huge claymore. And so I keep it in storage. And about a year ago, I got a call from the storage, and they said, "Excuse me, sir, but we've had some break-ins, and we are actually just checking. You need to come down to your locker to check what's missing, because yours was one of the lockers that was broken into." So I go down there. I don't really see much there. They've taken a flashlight. They've taken a couple of other things, maybe small things, etc. But then in the office, there's the huge claymore that I was given.
Yeah.
And she said to me, "Yeah, I'm sorry, they took this one, and they jumped the fence with it, but it was too heavy, so they just left it in the middle of the road. And the police picked it back up again.
That's perfect.
They couldn't run with a huge claymore in the middle of Los Angeles. So,
it would be a little bit obvious. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a bit obvious, but they obviously got bit off a little bit more than they could chew.
No, definitely. Okay, so just going back to the most memorable show, mine, I would have to say, is Deliverance. I don't know if you remember Deliverance.
Yeah.
It's where you fought in that cave and you fought against yourself. To me, I think that is the most relevant story as in a personal aspect, because all I ever do is fight against my own decisions and what I should and shouldn't be doing. So you've got the good and the evil angels on your shoulder and try to do that. And that is the only show that has depicted, to me, the perfect way of how to deal with your own demons. So was it a difficult one to do, or was it also quite a fun playing both roles?
It was fun. It was also difficult because, I was doing both sides of the equations.
Yeah.
So I was fighting myself. So I'd have to do the moves that I was fighting against myself. But you said something about it's actually, a lot of the time, it's fighting against your own instincts. And I think that's really what it's the difference between fighting with your brain and fighting with your heart or your gut.
Yeah.
And I would say 90% of the time it should be your gut that really delivers, not your brain, because you overthink things sometimes.
Yeah, all the time.
And I think that's part of what, exactly, everybody does it. We all do it. We all go, this is what, if I did this, it'd be that. So you overthink things a lot of the time. And sometimes you make the wrong decision based on that, rather than going, well, what, was the gut, like I did with Highlander. I said, I think this is what I got. So I took a chance and said to them, "Listen, I'm the guy you're looking for. I know I am, because I believed in it, and my gut was telling me I should do that." And my brain would go, "Ooh, I think they might think I'm a little bit too arrogant, right?"
Yeah.
But I didn't do that. I just my gut was telling me to do, and I got remembered for it.
Yeah, paid off.
Yeah. So a lot of the time, I think that episode really sort of does depict the difference between good and evil, and the two sides of yourself, the ones we're always fighting against, which are, what decisions should we make? Should we go with what we're thinking, or should we go with what we're feeling?
Yeah.
And, I think really we have better instincts than we ever give ourselves credit for. All the time. We always do that because we're sentient beings. We really understand. We're not mechanics.
Yeah.
Or should I put, we're not robots.
Yeah.
actually feel things, right? So a lot of the time we cut off that portion of us. If we don't allow ourselves the 5 elements that make up the human being, if we neglect one of those, then we're going to miss out on a lot of things in life.
No, definitely. Everyone always tries to go one path just because that's what society or family or someone else says you have to do, and they never just be true to themselves as well.